The House versus NCAA is new stuff that's gone down. What was your initial reaction when you saw how that all kind of laid out?
Yeah, it's interesting because we weren't at the table. Let's call it what it is relative to the Group of Five institutions that are lower resource. That's probably the better way to say it. The Autonomous Five, or Autonomous Four, excuse me. We're really talking through that with the NCAA lawyers. And my first reaction was, okay, this needs to happen, right? Because if this goes to final ruling, it's going to be almost triple or quadruple the amount of money. So we needed to stop the hemorrhaging of issues around pay for play. So my first thumbs up. Okay, we got that done. The other side of it, the impact of what that's going to mean per institution, that slowed me down a little bit. From a financial situation that we would all share in dealing with the settlement is a bit shocking. And we're still kind of sorting that out. That might be somewhere between $300,000 to $500,000 per institution, depending on what the actual disbursement is. So we're still working through that from a financial end. So the shocking part of that really has to do with, quite frankly, where we're going to find the money. Where is it going to happen? Who's going to pay it? Does it come from the conference? Does it come from the? Is there going to be some type of shared financial disbursement that helps us? Each one of us in the MAC is going to have to share in this. So how do we do that? And where is this new money going to come from? So if I take away $300,000 to $500,000 from one, what do I not do now because that money's not a part of our operational budget? So we're still working through that. We got great leadership, great presidents in our conference at my institution. President Freeman, she's fantastic. So we'll figure it out. But I think the initial shock of, oh wow, that's a big number. It's not something that's low, especially at a place at NIU where we really pride ourselves on being financially capable and only do what we need, right? So yeah, that was the shock.
You think going forward some colleges will be forced to scale back the amount of teams they field, the amount of athletes they recruit in order to meet their financial responsibility to the student athlete?
Yeah, I think that the quick answer to that is I hope not, right? The big issue now is this going to impact Title IX? There's a lot of situations, a lot of people out there that are taking a look at this particular settlement to say, we have to be looking at this through an equity lens, but does this affect, if we do something on the male side, do we have to do something on the female side? Well, I always have an equity lens. So my first reaction is yes, right? We have to consider that. For us to say that this is new money, that it really doesn't affect Title IX, that this wasn't what the spirit of Title IX was about, is going to quickly understand that if that was the case, we wouldn't have what we have right now, which is a really robust plethora of sports for female student athletes. So I think we have to really grab ourselves about that, and to also make sure that we don't do things that will hurt offerings for men and women moving forward. So yeah, the first knee jerk is to control the expenses. Let's control the expenses. That's how we can be able to take a look at the revenues. So we need to figure what that means from a Title IX perspective and then operate from there.